Daphne and three of the Featherington girls are all entering the social season in search of a husband. First, they're presented to Queen Charlotte, who tells Daphne she's flawless, making her the one everyone's keeping an eye on. Marina, who recently lost her dad, comes to live with her cousins, the Featheringtons. Simon, the Duke of Hastings, rides into town and is greeted by Lady Danbury, who reveals he must attend the ball. Anthony secretly having relations with Sienna, the singer at the opera. Daphne arrives at the ball with her mum and Anthony. Colin falls in love upon seeing Marina, and while escaping from Lord Berbrook, Daphne bumps into Simon.
Your name, sir?
Am I honestly to believe you do not already know my name?
The next day, while Marina gets dozens of suitors, Daphne only receives 2 after Anthony scares them all off. Lady Bridgerton and Lady Danbury devise a plan to get Daphne and Simon to fall in love. Lady Bridgerton reveals she knows about Anthony's relations with Sienna. The next day, he breaks up with her. Anthony tells Daphne she must marry Lord Berbrook. She storms off after she declares she'll never marry him. He attacks her and she punches him. Simon and Daphne devise a plan so Lady Whistledown will stop writing about him being single, and Daphne will get the attention of eligible men. They walk back to the party and share an intimate dance pretending to be madly in love. Lady Featherington finds out that Marina is pregnant. In a series of flashbacks, we find out more about Simon's childhood. There we learn that Simon vowed he would never marry or have children, so the Hastings line would end with him so he could get back at his dad. In present day, Simon and Daphne continue their ruse, but not without a few disagreements. At the next ball, Simon tells Anthony about Berbrook. Anthony tells Berbrook he can no longer marry Daphne. Afterward, Berbrook approaches Simon, forcing Simon to beat him up. At the picnic, Berbrook shows up and threatens to tell Lady Whistledown that Daphne came on to him if they don't go through with the wedding. Lady Bridgerton plans to gather dirt from Berbrook's mom's maid. They find out about his secret child. She writes to Lady Whistledown, and Berbrook had to flee London. Penelope finds out about Marina's pregnancy. She tells Eloise, and neither of them can figure out how she got pregnant. But Marina tells Penelope that pregnancy happens when 2 people are in love, and she's in love with a guy named George who is fighting in a war in Spain and writes to her ever so often. Daphne is falling for Simon as she's having dreams of him. Lady Whistledown reveals Daphne has turned down 3 proposals because of Simon. The Queen arrives with Prince Friedrich, who asks to dance with Daphne. Instead, she leaves him to hang out with Simon. At a royal exhibit, Cassira wins over the prince by pretending to faint so he'd catch her. Simon and Daphne takes a stroll and discusses marriage and pleasure. The next day, Simon tells her he's leaving town and she's not happy about it. She gets ready for the next ball to woo Prince Friedrich. Lady Featherington plans to get Marina back out so that she can find a husband before her pregnancy becomes visible. However, Marina is not with this since she's in love with George, so Lady Featherington and her maid Wiserfig letters George breaking up with her. Prince Friedrich and Daphne has the town talking. He gives her diamonds and they go on a date at a boxing match. Daphne admits to her mom that her and Simon's situation was just for show, but Violet encourages her to go after Simon over the prince if that's what she truly desires. Lady Danbury encourages Simon to propose to Daphne if he loves her. At the ball, Friedrich begins to propose to Daphne, but she runs outside and stumbles upon Simon. They start arguing and they kiss. Anthony finds them and demands Simon marry Daphne. Simon refuses, so Anthony challenges him to a duel. Marina has a crush on Colin Bridgerton, which makes Penelope jealous and angry because she does too. Meanwhile, Eloise is set on discovering Lady Whistledown's true identity. She gets caught hunting for evidence of Lady Whistledown's in her maid's room.
People have real problems, mature problems that have nothing to do with the secret identity of some silly writer.
At the duel, Anthony and Simon are getting ready when Daphne interrupts, having them thinking she was shot. Daphne then demands Simon to marry her. Simon still decides not to marry her, but as he looks to continue the duel,
the Duke and I are to be married.
Daphne rushes home to tell her mom about her engagement and suggests they need to get married quickly. Anthony discovers that Sienna has left town without telling him, and the Featheringtons are learning what it's like to be in debt. Queen Charlotte reveals that King George III has been seeing his dead daughter and is losing his memories. The Archbishop denies Daphne and the Duke's request for an expedited license order from the Queen herself. Benedict arrives at Henry Granville's house, and while searching out a room, Benedict stumbles upon Granville in the arms of another man. Simon and Daphne appears before the Queen to convince her they're crazy in love. Daphne is trying to win over the Queen with her speech, but Simon steps in and confesses his true feelings. After they get married, Marina brings Lady Featherington in on her scheme to get Colin Bridgerton in the quick marriage. She tries to justify her deception of Colin to Penelope. Marina tries to seduce Colin, but he jumps right into proposing marriage and wanting it to last the entire season, by which time her pregnancy would be visible. Benedict runs into Henry and they agree they will forget what they saw. Benedict is introduced to Lady Granville, who happens to be one of the lady he got with at the house. Anthony and Daphne discusses the future of the Hastings children, which sends her crying until Violet joins and comforts her. Later, Daphne and Simon is off on their honeymoon. They decide to stay in separate rooms until they decide to break the settlement.
For you.
Colin breaks the news that he and Marina are to be wed, but Penelope isn't happy. Daphne and Simon arrive at Clevedon Castle. They attend to their duties as Duke and Duchess but still try to make time for each other. They attend a village fair where Daphne pardons a pig from being slaughtered, causing all the villagers to hate her. Madame Delacroix is having some trouble paying the bills for her dress shop. Penelope tries to convince Marina to come clean, and Daphne finds out Simon has been lying to her and asks her maid for some knowledge about babies. She confronts him and he denied he ever lied. Back in London, Lady Bridgerton and Anthony thinks Colin is rushing his engagement. Penelope finds proof that her mom faked the letter from George, but Marina still wants to go through with her plan. Marina and Colin plans to run away to Scotland to get married immediately, but the next day, Lady Whistledown publishes a story revealing Marina's pregnancy. Simon and Daphne are still pissed at each other. With the news of Colin and Marina's scandal, Daphne intends to return to her family alone, but Simon insists that he must tag along. Violet encounters Lady Featherington. Eloise gets fitted by Madame Delacroix and comes up with a plan to find out who Lady Whistledown is so that the reputation of everyone involved in her scandal can be rehabilitated. Lady Featherington tries leaving Marina at a charitable home for unwed mothers, but couldn't since they were broke. With everything that's happened, Colin is still in love and wants to be with Marina, so Daphne offers to chaperone a meeting between them.
If you had simply come to me and told me of your situation, I would have married you without a second thought. That is how, in love, I believe myself to be.
At the Queen's garden party, Queen Charlotte wants the hot gossip about Lady Whistledown from Eloise, who isn't any closer from finding her true identity. Lady Featherington tries to make an eyes with Violet. Lady Featherington confronts Lord Featherington about his gambling addiction. Daphne takes it upon herself to track down Sir George. She arrives at the underground gambling room where she gets very drunk but gets help from Marina. Eloise tells Penelope that she believes Lady Whistledown to be a tradesperson. At the concert, Benedict asks for advice about love from Sir Granville. Anthony spots Sienna in the audience of the concert with another man. Queen Charlotte tells Eloise she no longer needs her detective services since she's hired a Bow Street runners to unmask Lady Whistledown. Eloise joins Benedict to bail on the concert before it even begins, picking up Madame Delacroix on the way home. Marina gives up altogether. She attempts to make some sort of tea concoction that is meant to induce abortion. Penelope finds her passed out and lifeless in her room. Simon and Daphne negotiates how to break up without drawing any attention. She looks to her mum for advice. Meanwhile, Eloise looks for clues about Madame Delacroix that proves she's Lady Whistledown. Marina has recovered from the side effects of the tea. She's no longer pregnant and plans to leave London. A carriage pulls up outside the house, who was assumed to be Sir George. They all soon came to find out that it's his brother Philip, and George had passed. Eloise shows up at Madame Delacroix's shop to warn her about messing with powerful people before Benedict interrupts. Daphne tries to get Simon to open up, but he declines, which sends her searching for answers herself. Lord Featherington wavers the deed to his house on the beast, Will's opponent, with high hopes of victory. Sir Philip asks Marina to marry him, but she declines. After the match, Lord Featherington dumps his ill-gotten banknotes on his desks and discloses his insider trading to Portia. Daphne, now with the answers she seeks, makes Simon spend time with the Bridgertons. Benedict tells Anthony he's seeing Madame Delacroix. Colin sings as Penelope falls even more in love, and Simon realizes that kids are fun. Marina finds out from the doctor that she's still indeed pregnant. Simon reaffirms his commitment to a child-free life, and they seem to be moving ahead with plans to informally separate after the ball. The ball begins. Colin apologizes to Penelope for dismissing her warnings about Marina. She's about to confess her feelings when he tells her he's leaving the country. Eloise attempts to approach the Queen to share her Whistledown info, but Brimsley stops her. She learns that the Bow Street runners have worked out the location of the Whistledown's IP address and plans to arrest her tonight. She rushes to save Madame Delacroix from arrest and signals her carriage to avoid a trap. Anthony shows up at Sienna's to apologize and get her back, but she declines and carry on as she is, where she is appreciated. Daphne and Simon's eyes meet from across the ball. Then they share a dance when after the rain begins. Simon apologizes and Daphne forgives him. Lord Featherington is dead, and all his money's gone. Simon and Daphne reconciles, Colin leaves to Greece, and Marina heads off to marry Sir Philip. Eloise discovers that Benedict was with Madame Delacroix at the moment Lady Whistledown's carriage arrived at the printer's shop, meaning she isn't the mystery lady. As Lady Whistledown promises she'll never be unmasked, and from a series of flashbacks, it all connects.
Was truly Lady Whistledown.
Simon and Daphne welcomes their child, a baby boy.